Good morning everyone and welcome back to Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3-Heart Run. On the last part we got used to our Goron body, got to Snowhead, learned the Goron Lullaby, and ultimately kind of got ready to continue the whole storyline. Oh, I was gonna say, I think there was still a fairy I had to get here. A little closer. So upon collecting this one, I think the sparkles will disappear. Stray fairy, that's our third stray fairy. We can come kill this guy with our sword or with a Goron punch. However, there is still a big chunk of ice blocking that treasure chest, so we'll have to find a way to clear that first. Welcome to the main room of Snowhead Temple. I figured it'd be best to kind of start the episode with this one rather than, I guess I could have ended it too. Either way. So we have this central pillar here, and that's going to be how we're going to get to each floor. We can't go in the green rooms because they're iced over. Really meaning we only have the one room we can go to. That red door actually leads back to the room we were just in. Like where we started. So we're going to pull. These blocks are smaller, so Link has very little issues moving them. Gonna pull that one away first. And our reward for that is a small key. Nothing else really hidden in this room, so we're going to keep pushing. Now I wish it was a situation where it was just like a sliding puzzle. You push this once and it just goes gliding, because we gotta go quite a distance with it. Not sure if I lined it up right though. Oh well. I can always do that part after. Not looking like it. Looks like I should have been one over to the left. And by pushing it to that spot, it kind of falls in a little bit more and unlocks a treasure chest. Now, we won't be getting that treasure chest for a short while, but it's good to have nonetheless. Yeah, you gotta come in from the other room for that. So that actually clears out what we can do in this room. We came from the blue door, so our next goal will actually be jump down. A little bit of damage there, but we're not super worried about it. One important piece of information, Gorons are lava proof. I don't know how often that's going to come up as a requirement, but not fireproof, just lava proof. We can stand on this switch here, and that'll open another treasure chest for us. And this is actually how you're supposed to learn that they're lava proof. Another stray fairy, it's our fourth one. And a regular fairy. Fortunately, we already have one in our bottle from earlier. So, we can just head into this door. The only area we haven't really gotten to yet. And there's a frozen flower. Do I have anything I can do in this room, actually? No. I'm missing something, but I can't remember what it is I'm missing. Let's head back up the floor. I guess we came down here a little too early. And we'll take a look at the map. So. Wow. Oh, we have a key. We have a key, that's what I forgot. So, we're going to switch off of being a Goron, and the easiest way to get rid of get rid of ice, is to use fire. Yes, the one that was on fire and inside it doesn't count, but the other one was fine. So, by opening this door, we're back to one of the first rooms of the dungeon. You technically, I guess, could have done that with with Song of Soaring, because that'll bring you back to the entrance of the dungeon. However, it wasn't really needed. Two punches, down goes that Wolfos. And we can also pick up this treasure chest. Come on. Anytime you want to open that. Goron's not smart enough to learn how to open a treasure chest. I know I was standing in slightly the wrong spot, but like, I'm looking at it, and you're like, we don't know what you're doing. No idea. So, we're trapped here. The Goron punch will not get us through this wall. Oh. Instead, we actually need to use a bomb. So we pull out our bomb, we time it right, and we mess up. Yes, if you use a bomb on the box that's up there, it gives you a stray fairy, which is, well, one of those things that we need. We also need fire to actually melt those guys. There's some fire up top, so we'll have to do it from over there. And in fact, here's an up top. For this one, we actually need to use how we got into the area. And we're going to drop ice cube, like ice sickles. Because we want to get into that snowball that's right at the end there. And if we jump into this little corner, we'll get probably another stray fairy. Stray fairy, your 6th one. And let's just open up our next path. I guess the only one you don't need to break directly is that one that we left. But maybe it's if you didn't want to get the stray fairy, that's the route you would normally take. We get another small key. Helpful because they actually locked the door out of this room. Also on the map it shows me the stray fairy. I guess that's because I've collected it. So we're going to curl, pound, which will actually bring up our path. And Gorons can't jump, so you're going to have to switch to Link to cross this area. But you still need Goron's weight for the other things. So, it's the downside here. So we're going to pound this down. And we actually also have to pound this one down because it's blocking the doorway as well. I'm going to switch off being Goron Link because this one's on a timer. And we've made it out. Also, I don't want to have to pull out the Lens of Truth, but I guess I'm going to. With the Lens of Truth, we are going to be able to see there is a fairy hidden in the center of the map, like the top. Which we can now use to kind of... Because we want all the fairies. I think we actually want to get all the fairies before the boss, because it's going to be a helpful item. By going full speed here, we can cross and get kind of stuck there. We're going to actually want to head to that far door, so we're going to be going up this area, as weird as it is. Giving us access to this room, which we've been in before. So I guess this is not where we're headed. We will want to come back here again. It's going to be our shortcut to this floor. But since there's literally no other choice, let's head this way. All the other doors we kind of either can't access or have no reason to access. Let's see what's in this door. Welcome to the mid-boss. I don't know his name, but he is a jerk. And for simplicity, I recommend just staying as Link. Wait till he starts doing his little dance, and then you can shoot him. At some point, he will dance around everywhere, and then I'll make all of these kind of activate as him. However, only one of them is actually him. As long as you're standing in this corner, you kind of have a good first view, and it's the solidest one, so. I say, he actually does displace you, it looks like, if he spawns on your spot. And he goes down, no damage. And we get our reward for the dungeon. At this point, we could technically go and skip to the next area. But we're already here, we've already done about half of the area, so might as well stay. Because we've been blocked off by a lot of ice to begin with. You know what? Actually, I want to go here first, just so I don't forget about it. So, can change from Link. I did want to get the fire arrows because they're going to be how I get back up here when I need to. But I'm going to want Lens of Truth for this junk, because it's another jumping puzzle thing. Jump all the way here, turn 90, fall to our death, you know, standard stuff. Dang. Gonna get rid of that guy right off the bat. He is in the way. And then, gonna equip some fire arrows. Fire arrows shooting into this little eye. Melts the ice and then closes the eye, allowing this platform to raise. And this is why I was waiting for it. We don't have a lot of arrows left, but enough that we can kind of take some time to earn some more arrows in a bit. Alright, our reward is another stray fairy. We take the path back down because this is going to be back to pretty much where it began. And we see these guys again. So with our fire arrows in hand, oop, one down. Yeah, they have no chance against fire arrows. In fact, can I get a 2-for-1 there? No. And we get our treasure chests. So, our reward for going back and getting the enemies down, as well as the area clear, is another small key. And no special reward for knocking out all of them, unfortunately. But yeah, the fire arrows does kind of make this dungeon a lot simpler. For one, it opens up pretty much all the doors in the dungeon. And it actually does let you do some stuff outside the dungeon, which I might, you know what, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna try to do it. RXA, RXA. Song of Soaring soars us to the entrance. we just went through basically where the entrance was, so we're not really falling behind in the dungeon anywhere. But there is something I want to try to do, and if I can do it, I'll be very happy. So, stepping out of the dungeon. It's going to be a little annoying to roll back up to here, but not the end of the world. RXA, RXA. Because we are so early in the cycle, we're going to head back to the mountain village. Similar to how we had to make the pit stop for the bomb mask, this is another pit stop that is very helpful for not necessarily this dungeon, but just in general. Well, we'll walk into this forge. And we'll melt the ice over there, Smithy. Majora, huh? Oh, you've done me a great favor. Now the hearth can finally go to work for me. Take a look at your sword. Sharpen your sword, it'll cost 100 rupees and it'll be ready until sunrise. I'll do it. And this now puts us on a time limit. There is an event that occurs after this dungeon that is going to be able to let us upgrade our sword again. However, if you cannot finish it before the end of the second day, you don't get a chance to upgrade it in the same cycle, because it does see you takes until sunrise of the next day. So even if I dropped it off at 3 in the morning, it'll be done by 6 in the morning. But I can do the rest of the dungeon without my sword. The sword is not actually super helpful for this sort of dungeon. So we're just going to kind of rush back to the dungeon and see what we can get done. We're about halfway through the fairies, so no big worries there. I was like so close to going like, I'm amazed it's going this far, and well, I guess thinking it's enough to jinx yourself. Because yeah, our second trip is now much more difficult because all of the enemies that do spawn have spawned. But we'll just make the trip up now. I don't think they're going to catch us. And we can head back to working on whatever we have to do in the dungeon. There's a few other things that have unlocked because of that. Like because we've gotten to where we have. So it'll make sense to kind of rush into the center of the dungeon again. Like, hey. Oh. First of all, come on, game. Second of all, we know right, straight is one answer, but you know what? Goodbye. But say it's just not letting me look at the door. It's like, no, there's an enemy. You're more interested in that. No, I'm really not. And unfortunately, a lot of the enemies seem to have respawned. So, taking our chances right now. Gonna melt that ice to get a little block to stand on. And I guess switch to Goron to actually deal with the enemies here. Alright, so big switch, what does this open up? Ah, gives us access to the treasure chest up there. So let us slide this. Oh, now it's a sliding puzzle, of course. Not the end of the world, though. We kind of want. Oh, so I gotta check. There is nothing in that ice. I was wondering, it looks like, hey, maybe they hit a chest in there or something. Nope. Come on, let me... Climb up. You gotta face the block, walk towards it to actually climb up. But we get our reward of another stray fairy. So we were gonna basically have to do this anyways. because we are trying to kind of get them all. Come on, yep. And there's, I don't think the best chance to even make a trip up here again. And because we, oh, I'm so glad that stayed actually. I forgot because I left the dungeon. A lot of things do reset. And if that one had reset too, we would have just had to drop down and do the puzzle again anyways. I just tried to use my sword. We don't have a sword right now. So we're back into the central area of the dungeon. And we're going to go into this green door that we unlocked and then proceeded to run away from. First of all, it's got some friendly ice breathers. Alright, so the 3 of them knocked out gives us access to at least this treasure chest, which is a nice start. Another stray fairy. Now I'm actually going to want to go to the dead center here and see if I can do this way. So we've got fire arrows, which means we don't have to worry about running around to do these. However, we do still have to worry about them not like staying. They will still put themselves out. So, curl and bring up the central pillar, which would make this a lot more difficult to actually progress through. We can always reset it from the bottom there, but we shouldn't need to right now. So we're gonna continue our way out where we came in. Ooh, can I get some more magic just in case? I'm like, why isn't my sword working? Yeah, that's going to be a pretty consistent thing. And I'm on the wrong side. That is something we will have to worry about as well. That pillar is going to block our path a lot. Plus there was those ice paths, which probably can be knocked down a little bit. Whoops, wrong doors again. We gotta go in this red door over here, because it will give us access once again to this side. Alright, there doesn't seem to be anything hidden in this area. Just in case, because they do tend to hide things where they weren't before, is my thoughts. Also, apparently, Gorons can climb this what looks to be a flimsy wooden ladder. I wouldn't trust it with a Goron. Like, but I guess it was kind of designed as the Goron's temple, so if they have it as something that a Goron can't climb, it's more of a concern. So, we have this path that we can use. Just gotta throw that there, and that'll open up the path to continue up. And we can shield whenever we need to. So, we finally got access to the icy pillar. In the next part, we are going to finish up the Snowhead temple and I guess see what else we can do. See you guys then.